Welcome back, everyone. Our first guest today seems to have always had comedy on the brain. He spent decades making people laugh across the country, and you have a chance to see him this weekend at the Comedy Club of Jacksonville. We welcome comedian and actor Guy Torry. Thanks for coming.
How you doing, everyone?
Welcome. Good to see you. Welcome.
Yes, Jacksonville.
In the house.
Right?
In the building.
This is a big city. You think you can make all of us laugh?
I think so. It's, you know,
we're a picky city.
Yeah, it is a picky city. It's
We are a
Florida.
picky
I
city.
mean, you know, I still go down to Florida.
All right, well, acting kind of runs in your family because you said that your brother was one of your inspirations for you to pursue this career.
Absolutely. My older brother, Joe Torry, he was the host of Def Comedy Jam after Martin Lawrence. But he was in the movie Poetic Justice and on ER and things like that. So when I didn't finish college, when they kicked me out.
You do? I got kicked out of Florida.
No, you did
All
not.
my siblings graduated.
We'll talk about that.
Except me. And I said, I got to do something with my life. And like, you know, I was always a class clown or the campus clown in college. And so I said, that was the next progression. Def Comedy Jam came on. And I was like, man, I was hooked.
Did your brother kind of groom you for what was coming? Okay.
Absolutely, man. The biggest thing he did that helped my career was that I didn't have to pay rent when I moved to LA from St. Louis.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
I'm from LA.
Yeah, we lived in West LA.
From LA.
And it was like, yo, 4 years of not paying rent was like cool. So it allowed me to, you know, focus on my craft. But I had odd jobs, you know. I was a PA on the Martin Lawrence TV show, sitcoms.
That
and I
doesn't
wrote an
hurt.
episode.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So I was making my way, you know, filling my own pockets. But when you start on stand-up, it's tough in the beginning. You can't make a living.
Def Comedy Jam, that's like kind of the holy grail.
It is.
Auditioning, were you scared?
The funny thing about it is I did Def Jam only after 2 years of doing stand-up, which is crazy because usually there's guys who still haven't done Def Jam.
You got to like earn your stripes for a while.
Right.
Before you
Well,
do that.
you know what? I focused. I mean, when I would every night I was on stage 3 times a night, 7 days a week when I first started doing stand-up. Yeah, grinded every night. Every night I gave up my whole social life. I didn't care about partying. I didn't care about girls. I just worried about working on my craft. And then after 2 years, I had a chance to do it the last year Martin Lawrence hosted. But I knew I wasn't ready, and my brother knew I wasn't ready. So I said, one more year to my belt of grind, and then he got the opportunity to host the show, and then that was the perfect way to do it.
So you've worked with legends like Steve Harvey, Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer. At what point are you like, I have made it?
I still haven't made it. I still haven't made it.
Keep them going. Keep them strong.
Because the thing now is rebranding now. It's like, you know, all the stuff I've done back in the day, I'm kind of like, I did American History X, I did the Life of Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, had my own sitcom and stuff like that. But now it's like, this is a social media age now. So now it's like, all that stuff, kill it, and now let's start a new chapter, a new brand. So that's the thing now is you got to be on social media.
Have you ever found social media maybe you've pulled the reins in your act because of social media because you're afraid of what will get out there?
No,
will be
I'm
misconstrued?
unfiltered.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
Is anything off limits? Nothing.
Yes. Only thing off limits are I don't talk about plus size women, and I don't talk about women who get sexually assaulted. There's only 2 things that I don't talk about, and the big C word. I don't talk about the C word either.
Gotcha.
So,
But then why
I'm not
keep
sure what that is.
Well,
cancer. I don't joke about cancer.
yeah. But what plus size women? Why don't you make jokes about? I mean, we've seen all kinds of comedians.
It's easy. I mean, plus size guys, yeah.
But not the women, though.
If you built like Shrek, you gonna get it. But women, it's just you know, it's not that easy. I mean, it's easy. It's just too easy.
So I appreciate that though.
Yeah.
You don't normally hear a comedian say that. Normally it's like everything is or nothing is off limits. Anything is open. But with you rebranding, kind of like coming into the social media world, how does that change the way that you do your comedy? Do you put more original stuff on social media? Do you kind of save that for like comedy specials?
I try, see, that's me. I like to save it for the shows and not put everything out there. So what I'm thinking about doing is I record a lot of my shows to study. So I may go back and just, dig up some of those old clips and snippets, or when I'm messing with the crowd, because that's kind of spontaneous.
Yeah.
You put those bits out there, that's cool. But the material, you want to save that for your special or for the Tonight Show or, shows like that. So, yeah.
Do you consider yourself an actor or a comedian?
I'm a comedian first.
That's
the girl that brought me to
What's
the
the
dance.
biggest difference between acting and being a comic?
Well, comedy you get paid immediately, right up front.
Cash money.
It's instant gratification, right there. Plus, you're everything. You're the writer, you're the performer, you're the producer. It's you, and it's no retakes when you're on stage.
Live.
It's live. It's like a
we
tightrope
get
with no net under it, and you're walking across, a big mountain or whatever. But
Has there been a circumstance where you wanted to do a retake in
Oh,
comedy?
absolutely.
Every time? Like every night?
I'm never satisfied. I've gotten standing ovations before I hated my show because I'm a perfectionist, which is sometimes
Good and bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm tweaking too much. But if I flub a joke, my first standing ovation I ever got was in '94 in Detroit, Michigan.
Love it.
And
You
I
know
didn't
that?
know I didn't even know that I had a standing ovation. I flubbed a joke, and I walked off stage with my head down, mad. And the DJ at the time was Kid Capri. He was like, "Man, what are you?" I was kicking stuff backstage. He was like, "What are you kicking stuff for?" I said, "Man, because I messed up a joke." He said, "They stood up." I was like, "Really?" Oh. But I was still mad though. I was still mad because my dad was a drill sergeant, so everything had to be perfect.
Is there anybody you haven't worked with that you want to work with?
Man, a lot of people. I still got a long way to go, man. I've learned from so many of the greats, man. But I love to work with Denzel, man. I worked with Halle Berry in a smidge. I've worked with Ed Norton. I worked with Eddie Murphy. I worked with John Cusack and Michael Douglas and all those guys. Denzel would be great to work with.
You actually have Jacksonville roots. You shot a movie in Jacksonville?
Yeah, 20 years ago, a movie called Ride. We shot right here in Jacksonville. We spent 3 months here, and it was a movie about these crazy kids going from New York to supposed to be Miami. But
And I'm here.
Cheaper.
Close enough. There's palm trees. That's all people need to know.
Cedric the Entertainer was in the movie, and John Witherspoon, and Onyx, Federal Star, Sticky Fingers, Malik Yoba, who was on New York Undercover at the time, and so it was 3 months, and so I'm not foreign to Jacksonville.
Do you remember where you guys shot around the city?
We shot around the stadium. We shot not too far. At that time, the hotel we were staying was the Radisson.
That's
which
where
was
the
the team
players
hotel.
stayed.
And the players stayed there too. Yeah, because Mike Logan became friends with him, and he went on to Pittsburgh after that. But so we stayed there. And I remember one night, OJ staying in the hotel.
Go
he was
figure.
in the penthouse.
What?
OJ Simpson was staying in the hotel, and myself, Federal Star, and Sticky Fingers, we went, knocked on the door. We put a knife down by his door, knocked on the door, and ran.
You did not.
Found it.
We had somebody holding the elevator for us. We were just a little bad kids, man. We put a knife by his door, knocked on it, and ran down the hall.
That's so fun.
my
I would
God.
not want to have a slumber party with you.
Yeah, no thanks. You never know what's going to happen. All right, so for tonight's show, for the shows you have this weekend, what can people expect?
Oh my God. Uncut, unplugged, unfiltered with this administration, whatever it is. I think it's administration because,
The craziness. Just call it the craziness.
because the country's bloated right now, cramping and angry, so it's administration, not administration. A lot of pet peeves. I'm divorced, so I'll talk about that. So politics, personal pet peeves, and just, women love my show because I'm a feminist, basically. No, really, because I don't like how women get treated in the world, and especially in relationships. So there's a part of my show where I teach men how to treat women better and stop being lazy. And because I think that art of courting and everything is dead, and it shouldn't be. Not all guys, but a lot of guys. So a lot of women like my show, and I give tips on how to, please your woman that men benefit from and the women benefit from. So it's like a
That's got to
class.
be good fun.
So ladies, grab your man, come to the show. Yes. Everyone's going to learn a lot.
Yes,
All right, well, Guy Torry, thank you so much for coming. You are hysterical.
Thank you.
And make sure you go see him. Obviously, you can tell how funny he is. And you can see Guy Torry tonight through Saturday at the Comedy Club of Jacksonville. For tickets and showtimes, visit jacksonvillecomedy.com.
Yes.
And coming up next, are you feeling a little inspired by Guy Torry's story of comedic success? Because you can do it too. It seems a little difficult, but you can try. We're getting details on a local stand-up comedy class that you can try out. We'll be right back.